Hi, welcome to Straight Talk, the number one YouTube channel for any business owner, entrepreneur, anybody that wants to be in business, and really anyone that wants to secure and grow a more profitable business. I'm Lou Mosca, Chief Operating Officer of American Management Services here in beautiful, what is today a magnificent day in Orlando, Florida. And joining me, which never really happens face to face, but joining me is my brother Christopher, who is a Vice President and Director of Survey. He drove all the way up here from Palm Beach this morning, and he's sitting here today with me. And how you doing today, kid?
I'm okay, dude. How are you?
Not too bad. So, many owners out there want to know, what do we need to do to be more profitable? So here at American Management, we answer that question using our management system called Closed Loop Management. And it's designed to help our clients secure and grow a more profitable business. So Chris has joined me today, and what we're really going to do is try to break this down into sort of three areas for you. The first is, what is Closed Loop Management? The second is, how will it help business owners grow their business? And the third is, how do you start implementing it in your business, especially now in the middle of a pandemic?
Over the next 4 or 5 weeks, I'm going to be discussing in depth what closed loop management really means. We're going to be defining what a 2-tier profit plan looks like and why it's so important to the success and health of your business, especially in these difficult times. We'll show you how to look at each strategic and tactical resource in your business and explore the possibilities or opportunities where you can increase profitability, get stronger from a cash flow perspective, and how to grow sales during the COVID-19 pandemic. Folks, there's a lot to digest here. So if you have questions, post them below in the comments section, or feel free to call 800-743-0410, and one of our business management professionals will be there to help you at any time. What I'm going to talk to you about today is the tools we use in our business survey to help our businesses determine their opportunities and to be the best that they can be. The first thing we're going to talk about is our closed loop system of management. So, excuse me for turning my back to you for a second, but I'm going to ask some questions, and I'm going to respectfully suggest that if you could say no to these, you should hang up. Or what am I saying? Turn off, whatever. Every company we've ever met in the last 34 years has 6 moving parts, 3 of which are strategic and 3 of which are tactical. No fancy terms. You have people, you have to pay them every day. You have assets that you have to buy, whether it's inventory, materials, accounts receivables, and you have people who have to manage those assets and those people. So you have somebody with some skill set in management, you got some assets, and you have some people. Those are strategic resources. They cost you money every day. In every business we go in, we take those things apart and we figure out how you're utilizing and deploying them effectively, or not. Every business has tactical resources, and that's how you make money. So every business has some type of plan. In that plan, they say to the operations, go execute it. Go get me work, do that work, and get me paid for it. And then every company keeps score somehow. Old days, it was 2 boxes, one with receipts and one with checks. And it was a one-write check system. Then it was a checkbook. And then it was software. Now it's QuickBooks, whatever you use. But we keep score to see how we're doing operationally and how we're doing financially. Every company has these 6 moving parts. This is a system of management that we call closed loop. And we use this in every company that we analyze. And our job, with your help as an owner, is to figure out what should profit be and do we need to grow to be profitable. This is an overview of how we start taking every business apart and how we've done it for the last 34 years. What's to the left of me right here is an example of a completed closed loop model in a project that we worked on that goes into the depth of what was necessary to analyze under the personnel, the asset side of the business, the organization, the operations, and the reporting systems. If you have these moving parts in your company, you should be able to measure them and manage them and hold people accountable to managing to a profit plan. If you don't have them, you're quite unique. If you do have them and any one of them isn't being managed, you're missing something, either cash, profit, or sales development. Or worst case scenario, it's impacting your ease of operations and making the business harder to run. So the system of management can work in a company from $300,000 or $400,000 to hundreds of millions of dollars. It's simple, it's timely, and it's user-friendly. Utilize these 6 moving parts, define your non-negotiable, minimal, acceptable standards of performance, and hold everybody in your company accountable to meeting 2 standards. Operational standard, which means you always meet your client's desirable, and financial standard, which means you always manage to your predetermined profit plan. These tools will work If you know how to do it, please use them to implement it and fix your company and make it never ever struggle again. If you don't and you want help with doing this, call us now. So if we go from taking the outline of what a closed loop model, I'm going to give you a short version of what this company's system of control looked like upon completion. So we looked at tactically, how does this company make money? And what we wanted to understand, well, what does it cost to generate $1 in revenue? Think about that. If you're an HVAC company or a car dealer, if you're a restaurant or a hair salon, you have different revenue streams. So if you're an HVAC company, you do service. You might do service contracts and time and material service. You have new installs, you have repairs, you have industrial work, residential work, commercial work. If you're a car dealer, you have new and used cars, you have a service department, you have finance and insurance. So what does it cost you to generate $1 in revenue by revenue center or department? And do you have the controls in place to meet or exceed your gross profit standards? Plain and simply put, do you know what you do, how you do it, how you manage it, and do you have a system in place to keep it under control so that when you're not there, people can't cheat? So if you've defined those non-negotiable standards of performance, the organization should say to the operations, hey, execute that defined plan. And your job as the owner is to put in the processes and the controls and the benchmarks and the standards of performance to execute that defined plan non-negotiably. And this group of people who you pay to help manage are responsible for holding these assets and these people accountable to executing your defined plan to 2 standards. Operationally, execute our defined plan, financially execute our defined plan so we can manage profit as an absolute. Every company needs these most basic standards and tools. It's the only way to make sure that every day you're not just working hard, you're working smart. You're not just micromanaging, but you're managing by omission with fingertip controls. If you know how to do this, use this outline, build these tools in your company. If you don't, give us a call at 800-743-0410. There's so much more to explore within the closed loop system. Next week, I'm going to go into further detail about how to use closed loop system in your business.
So like, share, and subscribe. And for more videos on running a more successful business, click on the playlist